Hi, my name's Emily Ellis, and this is my data protocol for AEP 858. My continuous plan data protocol starts with planning, and then it moves to implementation. So when we start with planning, we're using data to decide how we're going to get students engaged and learn, fill the gaps we're trying to fill, and to get every student to learn to their fullest potential. And then we implement our plan. And then once we've implemented our plan for a set amount of time, we will assess that. Assess how students are improving by formative or summative assessments, sometimes both, whatever is going to give you the data you need in order to see if your plan is being successful. And then after we assess our students, we'll take time to reflect. Reflection is a very crucial part of education and teaching, and so we'll take that time to look at the data from the assessments, and then that reflection goes into reevaluating. So those kind of go hand in hand. When we reflect, we're looking at the data, seeing what we did and how it worked, and then once we've done that reflection, we're going to reevaluate. Is there anything we need to change in our plan? Is there things we need to add or just tweak a little bit? What is going to help make all students successful and all students learn and grow? The guiding questions that I came up with for each section was, for plan, what standards do you want them to master? Now this can be done individually, grade level collaboration, or all staff. So when you're looking individually, that is most likely going to be when you want to focus on a few standards at a time. How do you want to engage students? Maybe it's all grade level project, so you all need to sit down and work together to figure out how you're all going to tackle that engagement component of the plan. And then moving towards implementation, we all educators should be reflecting and observing every day. So that's something that we can do throughout our plan, is to continually think and reflect on, is my plan really working? It doesn't necessarily have to be the reflection step in order to do that. So that's why I put it in the implementation area. And then we'll assess, are we going to give formative or summative? How are we going to grade? Will it be electronic, paper, pencil? Will it just be a fun thing like Kahoot? And then are we going to put that data in the gradebook or a data warehouse or Google Sheets? And then when we go to the reflection, the guiding questions are, did the students succeed from this new plan? If so, what did they really like about it? Is there anything that students were not engaged during? And if so, how can we tweak it to make sure that we are reaching every student? Were there certain groups of students that didn't seem to connect as much as other groups? So that time will be a great reflection time to think about the whole demographic of students and if there were different groups of students that didn't get as much as some other students did. And then the reevaluation section is, what can you do differently next time in order to see continuous improvement in all students? Are we closing the gaps? What's working? What should we keep the same? And then also, I think it's important for teachers to constantly think about what training they feel like they need or professional development so they can continually get better. And then I also left a little box for needs, wants, and thoughts, just if teachers need to jot things down that don't really go into each category, they can do so. And then here's the blank form that all teachers could fill out. So I put also that little flow chart in there so that it's handy to see, and then this could be a poster in the teacher workroom or the lounge, anything like that. And then they can also use this for individual, grade level, and all staff meetings. And I just think it was a simple and to the point but purposeful way to collect data, to think about data, not collect it, but to think about data and how they're going to use it to be purposeful. I think teachers overall would like this idea. It's pretty simple. It's easy to use for all content areas because it's not specific to reading or math or social studies. It could be used in music. It could be used in PE. I feel like it can be used all over the school, and so I think teachers would like it. And then I think it would also be cool if teachers would add their own essential questions that they think about as they use this over time. And then just the visual of the continual arrows, I personally think it'd be easy to remember, the steps because they're realistic, and sometimes we already do them without even realizing. So that is my data protocol, and I hope you enjoyed.